Hello guys, welcome to another Twitch. Today, my name's Ian McNeil, I'm the Development Director here at Slitherine. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm sure someone on the stream will tell me if not. And today we are looking at Golgotha. Golgotha is the latest expansion for Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon. It's set after the Second War. The Orcs were defeated. They've escaped to, they're mostly destroyed, but one Orc in particular has escaped, and that is Ghazghkull. And Ghazghkull's body couldn't be found, and Yarrick is hunting him down, and he's traced him to another planet, Golgotha. And that's where we pick up the story. So we'll be with Yarrick, trying to finally put down Ghazghkull once and for all, but it may be that Yarrick has bitten off more than he can chew, so we shall see what happens. So I'm going to jump straight into the campaign. Now this, as usual, is the first time that I have played this campaign. The team don't let me play the games before I do a Twitch session. They think it's far more amusing to let me fail. So let's see what happens. The worst part, picking a name. We'll be very creative. So I know very little about the campaign. I know the basic story, but I don't know any of the details. So we're off to capture Ghazghkull. And we have the Aston Militarum, so we've got lots of Imperial Guard, but we have no Space Marines. We have Yarrick with us, and he has a very cool Baneblade, which is called, I forget the name of it. It's got a name. I need to remember the name. And our main core force is the Mordian Guard. So the Mordians are the troops that will be in our core force that we carry over, and it's only Mordians that we get to control. Later in the campaign you get a few Imperial Guard armoured units to reinforce you, but your core force is primarily Mordian Guard. And these are all new units for the... Fortress of Arrogance, there we go, Party Commissar. That's the one I was looking for. That's Yarrick's Baneblade. So I just need to read the instructions, because I've been told this mission is very easy to fail, and if you don't read the instructions you're bound to lose. So I must reduce the Orc threat by capturing at least one of the Orc camps by the end of turn 15. So control both of your landing sites at the end of the mission, and you, the company commander, must survive, and you must not lose more than 4 of my core units. Okay. Right. So here we have our Steel Legion. But here, this is our core force, here's the Mordian Guard, these are all the new units. So we have some Mordian Infantry, we have a Mordian Command Company, Mordian Hellhounds, more Infantry, and a Mordian Scout Sentinel. I don't think I've got a lot of money. No, I've got virtually no money, so we're not going to be buying any units. This is a survival mission. These are my core units with the little gold. My silver units here are the auxiliary units, so these auxiliary units will not travel with me through the campaign, so they are very much expendable. The Mordian Guard will travel with me, and these are the units I've got to protect. So my command unit here plus 4 of my other units must survive, so I can afford to lose 1 unit, which is a bit well, if you've played the game before, you know that infantry are very easy to lose. They're not very, very resilient, kind of expendable. So I'm just going to have a look at the overall picture. There are 2 victory hexes, so we have to capture one or other of these. The obvious one seems to be over here, because my troops would have to come all the way around here. It's a much longer route to get to this Orc camp here. So I'm going to go for the shorter route, which is probably the wrong idea, but I think we're going to pick on this camp to take on. Looking at our force over here, as well as our Mordians, we have some rattling snipers. These guys are great, very long range. Legionary mortar support. Some Ogrins, they're useful. Some Steel Legion infantry, which will die like flies. And a couple more Hellhounds. The Hellhounds are mounted with the Inferno cannon, which is very good against infantry. So we've got some strong anti-infantry units here. We haven't got much that's going to be very useful against armour. So that's probably our main vulnerability at the moment. So first off, we're going to use our scout walkers to find out, sentinels. to find out what we're doing. Scout Walkers are a completely different IP. Let's send these guys over here. What do we find? Nothing so far. The route looks clear. Send this one a bit further ahead. What have we got? Ah, we have some Gretchen. Nothing too scary, so we'll let off some laser blasts at them. I'm not sure if we can bring anyone up close enough to help him, so he's a bit on his own. We've probably pushed him a bit too far forwards, but they're scout units. They know the risks. The easiest route is always mined, yeah. We shall find out. But sometimes the obvious answer is the right one. So we're heading west. So let's move everybody up. Ah, my objectives. I have to protect my base camp, it said. And the people said, make sure you read your instructions. So if I go charging off here with everyone, I'm probably going to get my base camp captured. So I'm going to leave some Steel Legion behind, but my Mordian's going to bring up for the attack. Oh, we've got a nice company command Chimera. That's pretty. Where's my transport? Cool. What we got here? A Hellhound. Very nice. Alright, we'll bring these guys up. I'm probably going to turn around some of my Steel Legion and bring them back for defending over here. My Rattling Snipers, we're going to move forwards. We will need them to attack. But I think we'll bring back another Steel Legion and one of the Hellhounds to guard this area here. We may find that the enemy starts attacking from this direction. Maybe that bridge would be a good place to hold them. Yeah, I think we're going to scout out this way a little bit more next turn. That's about all we've got for this turn, so let's see what happens next. We shall end the turn. Some units have not yet moved. Oh, that's fine, we know that. Okay. So they just repaired, they didn't attack us, they just sat where they are. So my second scout sentinel, we shall push in this direction to see what we can see. Nothing. I'm going to bring a Hellhound up to support and one of the Imperial Legion infantry. Our Hellhound is now in range to hit them with his Inferno Cannon and Heavy Bolter. If you've not seen the game before, you can see on the sidebar here, when I mouse over a target, the weapons that are highlighted in green are in range. So my Inferno Cannon and my Heavy Bolter are both in range. You can see the predicted damage for each. So it's the Inferno Cannon that's doing most of the damage, but the Heavy Bolter is actually doing a significant amount too. And the enemy are down below, and their Slugger and Chopper are in red, so they're both out of range. So I can attack without being any retaliation. So there we go, 16 damage done. And their number has gone to yellow to show that their efficiency or effectiveness has been reduced, so the morale has dropped. Taking casualties knocks their morale down. Our Mortar will bring up, but he's not in range. Bring up our Rattling Snipers and they should get into range. These guys have a minimum range as well as a maximum range, so if you get a range of 2 to 4, anything that gets adjacent to them is too close for them to bring their guns to bear on. So don't let anything get too close to your Rattling Snipers. But if you can stay at a distance, they will pick the enemy off nicely. So we've battered those Gretchen nicely. The only thing we've got left to shoot at them with is our Sentinel. But yeah, we'll have a shot. Not very much, just push forward a little bit. Oh, there we go, something a bit more intimidating. Shooter boys with big shooters, these are going to be pretty tough. They're also a support unit. The little support symbol here, that shows that they will support. That means that any unit adjacent to them, they will give supporting fire to defend against that. So they're actually quite a nasty unit to find in the second line. In the front line, they're still pretty powerful, but we can deal with them. The Hellhound should make a little bit of a mess of them. So we shall bring our troops forward as quick as we can. The Mordian Guard doesn't have any transport, so they're going to be a bit slow. And bring back one more Steel Legion infantry to protect our camps over here. Ooh, forgot one. Just checking this is completely impassable. It very much looks it, so I don't think there's any way in except this. So I think we're safe to guard at this point. Right. Next turn, I think. Right, still not much sign of the enemy. We're going to push a little bit further forwards with our scout sentinel, see what we can find. Still nothing. Nobody guarding the bridge, so I'm going to bring my guys up. Bring the mortar in range to start hurting these guys. That's pretty effective against the infantry. 19 damage, 17, not bad. Our Hellhound. We could actually bring the Hellhound in closer. He does 16 predicted damage at that range, or 15, so they can retaliate against us, but their morale is so low now and the weapons are pretty ineffective against us, so we'll move forward to try and finish them off. Yeah, so we did a bit more damage to them and they did nothing to us. We'll bring in our Steel Legion infantry to try and finish them off. There we go. One Gretchen squad down. But these guys are a little bit more dangerous, so our rattling snipers will start to nibble away at them. We'll bring our Ogryn up to have a go at them next turn. Our Mordian Sentinels, we're not going to put them too far forwards. Oh, shooter boys. So, not too bad so far, not too many. Just, oh, these guys are much, the big shooters are pretty effective against us, so we don't have great odds when shooting at them. Our Ogryn are out of range, but they'll be quite useful in hand to hand with these guys. So we'll probably try and assault the Ogryn into them next turn. For now, we shall bring our Sentinel this way and hit these guys where they can't hit us. Stay out of their range. And the Mordians will continue to push forwards. Now, one of the advantages of the command unit is it boosts the morale of units around it. So here our rattling snipers are starting to get tired from multiple shooting each turn. So having the command unit next to them will help to bring their morale up and make them more effective. And the rest of our Mordian units we shall just push forwards. And over here we've already moved. So that's about it for turn 3. Right. Oh, okay. They're coming forwards. Oh, oh dear. It was all looking so easy. Right, they're popping up everywhere. Gretchen, that's not too scary. Let's just see. Oh, that's passable. I hope I haven't left my camp completely unprotected. See what we can see. Nothing else coming, okay. Just one Gretchen squad. We can deal with that. Just pull back to flame them from range. So that's the Gretchen dealt with, but that wasn't really the problem. Over here we have some war bikes. We have hard boys with sluggers. Sluggers and choppers. So these guys have got no real ranged weapon at all, but they're going to be nasty in melee. And then the support unit. So these units combined together are a pretty nasty combination, because these guys will give supporting fire for anyone that has to go at them. So this is looking slightly less comfortable than it was a moment ago. I think we're going to pull back slightly and let them come to us. So, oh, the mortar is pretty lethal. Ooh, took them out in one shot. I'm going to pull back 1 hex. I'm going to hit them with the heavy bolters. The Inferno Cannon's out of range. Or shall we? Rattling Snipe. Let's do that first. Take out the supporting unit and then pull back. Our Ogrins will have a... we can shoot at these guys. See the little red symbol? That means they're getting support. They've got no ranged weapons themselves, but this is the problem with these guys behind. They're supporting fire. They'll do 2 damage to us, but I think it's worth it. So we'll take a shot. Ouch. They did a lot more than 2 damage to us. Killed 4 Ogrins. That wasn't ideal. So we shall pull our Ogrin back. Our Sentinels we're going to pull back. Shoot and retire. Shoot and retire. So I'm going to form a line here. And bring up our Mordians to reinforce. And we've already done this part here, so I think that's us done. What are you saying about Ogrins? They are lethal. Someone's accusing them of being undereducated. So we've got more orcs coming. Ouch, the Ogrins are being shot up quite badly. They're our best melee unit. They're the only thing I can really take these guys on in hand to hand with. And now they're looking pretty beaten up. So our Ogrins are going to have to just rest this turn and try and repair themselves. Right, so there's 2 ways you can repair. One is to rest. That doesn't give you any bonus health, so we'll stay at the same number of strength points, but my morale will increase. But what I need here, my morale is not too bad right now. I really need hit points, so I need to heal them. So this option doesn't give me any morale, but it will put them back up to full strength. We'll bring up... Is that going to get our Hellhound into range? It's not really. I'm going to bring the Hellhound through the line. Everywhere we shoot, we've got this stupid support unit getting in the way. He's a real pain. There's our Rattling Snipers. What we'll do first is our Rattling Snipers will shoot at the... we've not got a good shot. We don't have a good shot. Right, we're going to move our command squad out of the way. Bring our Rattling Snipers up here. There. So when we were here, our Rattling Snipers had an obscured view. This rock was giving them a partial view, and their accuracy was only 19%. Moving to here instead, we have a nice clear field of fire. The accuracy is 40%, so from, I think it was 2 or 3 predicted damage, we're up to 7 predicted damage. So we'll take that shot. 5, that's not too bad. We want to hit these guys with some flames. There we go. Did a little bit of damage to our Hellhound, but nothing too serious. My mortars I want to save for these guys. I'm going to push my infantry forwards, bring the mortars up, bang. That's done a bit of a mess to them. Just deciding who we hit with this Hellhound. I've not moved them close enough to hit these guys with the Inferno Cannon, which is the most effective weapon, which is a shame. So, trying to decide who to shoot at. I don't think our Sentinel can get a shot. Oh, we can get a shot through there. We'll do that. We'll take a shot on those, that weakens them a little bit. That will reduce their ability to return fire anyway. And we've got another Scout Sentinel here. You can have a go there. Our command squad can finish these guys. Our infantry squad, that's going to get shot up quite badly by that support unit. So we didn't take any damage, that's good. And I'm not going to shoot there. Rather them attack me. So we're bringing up our reinforcements. I'm sure we will need them very soon. Over here things have gone quiet, so I'm going to use my Hellhound to have a little look up here. His sighting range isn't brilliant, is the only problem, so I'm actually going to bring the Scout Sentinel up to have another look. Oops, there we go. What have we seen? Weird boys. And shooter boys. Okay. Not too many. Gonna leave one squad by the bridge to hold that. Think that's it. End the turn. So that was my mortar firing. Oh, something happening on the eastern flank. Right, what have we got here? Storm boys. So these guys are equipped with melee weapons and not much else. So what we can do here is we can step back and shoot at them, keep them at a distance, and we can take them down. So that's not too worrying. These guys have stayed where they are, so I'm going to ignore them for the moment. Come back here and try and dispatch these boys. Oh, got a bit close. We took a little bit of damage on our Sentinel, and we found some hard boys with shooters. That's slightly more concerning, but let's try and finish these guys off. Oh, not quite. Okay. If this lot gets together, we're going to be slightly outnumbered over here, so we might need to send some more troops in that direction, but we have to deal with this stuff first. So we have shooter boys with big shooters. Oh, knobs. Oh, these guys are tough. They're still melee units, but quite tough. More hard boys with sluggers. So a bunch of melee units and then some ranged units. This one is the most awkward unit to deal with. So if we can kill him, things get a bit simpler. So what we're going to do is bring our Hellhound around. Try and take this thing down. Oh yes, nice shooting. So that's the support unit gone. Now I can take these guys can be shot at without return fire, which makes a huge difference. So my Ogrin, who should we pick on? There's the Ard boys. They're both the same. Makes very little difference. This one's closer. Oh, useless. Bring the Mordian Guard up. Our mortars. Rattling snipers. Let's try and finish these units off. Oh, come on. one down. Just take them out with weight of numbers. Right, I've got another hellhound here. I think... Oh, these guys have got shooters. Just gonna... Let's bring our sentinel round. You can outrange their shooters. Oh, that was pathetic. So what have we got left? We have left 2 infantry squads to shoot and a command squad and a hellhound. Push the hellhound in that direction. Our command squad's actually armed with melee weapons, so they're not bad against these boys who don't have any melee weapons. But these guys are just specific melee units, so we don't really want to take them on. We do win, but we take too many casualties. So we want to deal with them at range. So we shall shoot. First we'll shoot them. Pull back. Shoot them again. And we should have just stayed at range and shot at them. Yeah, I don't know if we want to get involved in a fight. We can't afford to lose our commander. Oh, come on. Imperial Legion, can't not fight. Okay, and over here we've already been. So that's turn 6. More units pushing forwards on our east. Ouch. Oh, they're coming forwards. Right. We're definitely going to have to send somebody eastwards to deal with that lot. Right. Okay, so our command squad is damaged but still alive, so that's fine. We'll probably have to heal them up this turn. But we need to send something meaty to the eastwards. What we'll do is we'll use our rattling snipers. No, it's not going to work. These guys, what are we going to get them with? We can outrange them with this, yeah, so we'll have a shot with that. And then we'll redeploy our sentinel that way. Our rattling snipers will have a shot. Oh, come on, I could have done better than that. Our mortar will have a shot. Our other sentinel will have a shot. Oh, the shooters... no, so I want to get out of range with shooter, so we'll come back to there. Right, so that's them. They're still alive, but they are very weakened. So, not too much of a threat. We can now take them down. There we go. Right, I'm going to send my Ogrins east and an infantry. And I've moved all my scouts, and I should have left one so I can have a look up here. Right, we need to kill these guys, so I'm going to flame them. Hit them with those. And these. And try and finish them with the Hellhound. There we go. That's. I wanted to kill them because if I try and heal up my unit whilst it's still in a combat zone, it severely restricts how much I can repair it. Now I've killed the unit next to it. When I repair, I can go back up to full strength. But I'm running out of points. I only get 500 points for the whole mission, so I have to repair sparingly. I'm just going to move these guys next to the command unit so that they get the morale benefit. That's everybody moved over here. Now this mess over here, we are going to shoot and scoot. Hard boys with shooters. I think we'll just take out the easy target and then they will run back. These guys just need to run because they are badly damaged. Hang on a sec, is there anyone they can shoot at that can't shoot back? Yeah, that'll do it. Might as well shoot something. Right. Sentinel will take those guys. Not much, but better than nothing. Protect my infantry, otherwise they're going to get annihilated next turn. And hopefully our reinforcements arrive before they get overrun. I think that's everyone done. Still not sure what we've got to deal with up here. We'll bring up the Sentinel next turn and then decide which way the mortar's going. He's pretty powerful. Okay, not too bad. He didn't fancy attacking the Inferno, the Hellhound. The Inferno cannon is going to annihilate his bikes. What we will do is move back slightly so we get outside of his range and then flame him. Okay, the bikes are down. I'm going to repair this unit. Reinforcements are arriving. Right, let's scout out what we've got to look at here. Oof. An Orc Warboss, that's going to be fun. I'm going to need the mortar over here. Probably the rattling snipers as well. Oh no, he's got big shooters, he's got range 3. How long is the range of my mortar? 3. No, my rattling snipers are actually more use. And the cannons are pain as well, but at least we can probably deal with that with the Hellhounds. There's not much point in shooting at him. The Warboss is pretty tough. Just nibble away at the cannon. Right, our infantry are not going to be much use against him. Not unless he gets heavily hit by... Maybe our Inferno cannons can deal with him. Hellhounds. Let's just see what we're doing over here. We've done this already. So mortar, which way to push our mortar? Right. I think we need him for the Warboss. Put the commander here just to raise the morale of the mortar. And the rest of the units are just going to rest because the rattling snipers need to start their work. I think that's all we're going to do this turn. Oh, they're making mincemeat of our Steel Legion. Ugh, dead. First unit down. There's quite a lot of them coming. Commandos. They're pretty lethal in melee. Support unit, the big shooters, shooter boys, there's a lot of stuff coming. Eek. I don't think we've got enough to hold them over here. I think changed my mind about the mortar, should have pushed it the other direction. He's going back. Oh dear. Rattling snipers didn't do an awful lot. Let's get rid of his artillery this turn. There we go, artillery's gone. It's one thing down. I'm going to send a scout sentinel across because he's quick. do we get up that hill? So I'm going to rest then. Rest and repair. Get ready for an assault on that Warboss next turn. We'll try and hold this lot off. Right. Okay, where was the support unit? There's the big shooter guys. So these two units are supported by the big shooters, so we can't really touch them. These guys have got shooters. These guys, so they're both shooters, but they only have range 2. So we can hit them from range 3, and we're safe, we're out of range. So we'll pull back and start nibbling away. See the combat odds here. There's 7 damage we take because this support unit back here. We don't want to get into that kind of fight. Can't afford that attrition rate. So I think he's just going to have to have a shot with our heavy bolters over there and then run. Reinforcements coming. I think that's it for turn 9. Yeah, heavy artillery would have been useful. Oh, here come more and more. Ouch. There goes a scout sentinel. 2 units down. Right, move our mortar across quickly. Not in range. At least his big shooters are back there, so we can hit these 3 front units without too much trouble. We need our Inferno cannon working this turn. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Scout Sentinel. To nibble at the rear ranks. The Imperial Guard back. Our Greens will just pick off some there. So they're just going to use these to block them rather than trying to hold them here rather than attack and kill them. Scout Sentinel. Just nibble away at those. Oh, that was particularly pathetic shooting this turn. Right, so let's see what we can do to these guys. Come on, Rattling Snipers. Oh, that was a bit more like it. Rattling Snipers have really hammered those guys. Right, Inferno Cannon. Oh dear. We very nearly killed our Mordian Hellhound. We're going to have to try and dig him out of that mess. Come on, boys. Oof! That was one hell of a shot. Huh. Good shooting, boys. You deserve a medal. Mordian Infantry 8. Excellent shooting. Well, they've saved that. Right, means we can reallocate some of these troops now. Excellent. Saved the Mordian Hellhound as well. Right, I think that's us done for this turn. So I think we kind of captured our objective. It's just whether we can hold this lot back. Oh god, there's more of them. They're attacking our Mordians. Okay. They didn't attack too much. Right. Rattling Snipers are here now. I think these guys, the Ard boys, are more worrying. The mortar, I think, will spread the damage out. Inferno cannon will hit the rear ranks. Ogrin, who should we take? Taking the shots where they can't shoot back. Don't want to take casualties. These guys are tough. It's the shooter boys with big shooters. Need to repair them. Bring some reinforcements. I think we need to attack them, even though it's going to hurt us. 10 damage. Oh, but we just about finished them off. Perfect. Right. There we go. That's the hard boys with shooters gone. The Mordian Guard. Bit reluctant to leave them in the front line there. They could get overwhelmed. I think we will pull them back to our... hang on. Our mortar can move forwards. Haha. That's what we do. The mortar is a support unit, so if anyone tries to attack them, it'll fire in support, and it will do quite nasty damage to them. So that should save the Mordian Guard at least for one turn, and we'll plug that gap with a Sentinel stopping anyone squeezing through there. And chuck the Hellhound across. Now we just need to work out how to capture this victory location. How do we get up that hill? This is a bit worrying. I can't see a way up there. What was my objective again? I've forgotten how to bring up my objective. Where is it? There we go. Hold both landing sites and one orc camp. Right. Must be a way. Maybe that tile's passable. Let's hope so, otherwise we've got a problem. Oh, he attacked my mortar. I didn't think of that. That was foolish. Well, at least the Mordian Guard survived. So, can we get up this hill? Ah, there we go. It was the back entrance. Right. Done. Captured, which will leave one infantry up there and everyone else charge. Mortar got hammered. Repair that. Let's flame them. Okay, takes them down. Right, what are we doing with our Ogrins? We can only repair 1 damage. It doesn't like the Twitch broadcast. The tooltip flickers because of the Twitch. It doesn't do that normally. Right, bring the Hellhound. I think they can't rest because they're adjacent to the enemy. So we'll just take a free shot at them. push them forwards. I think that's us done for turn 12. Ooh, Sentinel's getting hammered. Our mortar's got hit again. But not dead. Okay, we're surviving. Right, rattling snipers. I think we want to get rid of these hard boys. Not sure why we decided to get close. Let's pull back and flame them, then they can't hurt us. Finish them off with a Mordian guard. There we go. Mortar. No, that needs to rest. His morale's terrible. That's better. Use the Ogrin on the hard boys. That's good. No damage. And start playing them. And finish them. There we go. Right, it's all going very well now. Bring the Mordian Sentinel out the line because we do not want to lose him now. And I'm just going to use them to block. Not going to attack. Take the easy shots. Bring the command squad back. The infantry will hold it, and our hellhounds will come back. That'll do. Turn 13. Only 2 more turns to hold on. They've been hammered, so we need to pull them out of the line. Give them a rest. And what have we got left? We've got shooter boys left, shooter boys and hard boys with shooters. Who should we hit? Let's use the mortars on these guys. And our rattling snipers too. That's the most troublesome unit we have. And then the inferno cannon. Let's trim them down to size. Ogrin. There we go. I think we seem to have held them off. Jump on our Chimera. Head over. Leave those guys to protect the victory point. I think that's it into the last turn. And it's looking quite promising now. Right, they just repaired. Nothing too scary. So let's hit them. Oops. I'm going for the kill now. Finish these off. These Mordian infantry are tougher than they look. And the Ogrins have been particularly pathetic. Just check what we've got. Nothing coming. Rattling snipers should have fired them first, really. And that looks like we've just about done it. This is where I find I didn't read the objectives carefully enough. Okay. Yay, victory! What was there left? Not an awful lot. Another Orc Warboss over here. I think we made the right choice. The shorter route. So we annihilated the Orcs. Good job. And oh, I thought they did more damage than that. They only killed one unit. So that's the end of the first mission. So we now get our briefing. Commissar Yarrick, he's very impressed. Hadron base is operational. So there's reports of more orcs massing for an attack. So I'm guessing we have to go kill more orcs. Could be a pattern to this campaign. So that takes us into mission 2. Our mission objective, hold all victory locations by turn 20. So this one we're holding off some orc assault. And 7 core units including your company commander must survive. So I can afford to lose the auxiliary units. Additional units are available. Aha! So we're kind of running out of time. Just to have a quick look what units we have available. Steel Legion, so we have the Mordian Infantry, the Mordian Sentinel. Those are the only 2 units we can purchase at the moment. Later on you'll get more unit types unlocked. I can add 2 more units to my core, so I can have a couple more infantry or walkers, and the Mordians can have the Chimeras. So I can also, one of the other things I can do is, with the core units I do have, I can upgrade them. I can't remember how to upgrade them. Oops, how do I upgrade you? I've forgotten how to upgrade. Oh, there we go, there's the upgrade button. So if there's other units of that in the infantry category, I could upgrade them to maybe heavy infantry or whatever support units are available. And I can also provide them with transports. So I can mount them on board the Chimeras, which can be pretty useful. Makes them much more mobile on the battlefield, and the Chimeras have got their own firepower. So it gives you some more tactical options, but obviously it costs more points. And we don't have a lot of points, so it might be better to save the points for repair. So we have some defensive positions here. Oh, we have some artillery, some tanks. So we've got a few more things to play with this mission. And if there are enemy tanks running around, our infantry are going to be vulnerable. So these bunkers and support units are going to be quite important to keeping them alive. But that gives you an idea of what there is to expect from the Golgotha campaign. So hopefully that was interesting. It's kind of all we've got time for today. So if you want to see what happens in the second mission, you'll have to play for it yourself. So this is Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon Golgotha. It's the last expansion in the first chapter. So that's the Imperial campaign's complete. There should be some more news on what's happening next soon, but don't worry, there's plenty more to come. But this is the end of the first chapter, so we have packaged everything up, so you can now get Armageddon with all the DLCs in a single package. That's available on Steam. You can also buy the game from our site. No more Imperial campaigns, not for now. So not till we look at the first or the third war. So it's the end of the Imperial campaigns for the second war. I'm sure that there can be plenty of mods as well though, so there's the editor built in, people can build their own scenarios and mods with all the units we have available, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of user content. But that's all we have available for now. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them on the forums, and we'd be happy to answer them there. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you next week when we will be broadcasting. I've forgotten what's next week. It could be Polaris Sector, or it could be Victory and Glory. I think Victory and Glory is broadcasting next week, because that launches next week and Polaris Sector launches the week afterwards. So thanks very much, guys, and good night.